Yo. Welcome to Neighborhood Politics. I am Mrs. Neighborhood Politics.
Mr. Neighborhood Politics.
And we have... Clap it up. Clap it up. And I start getting screwed. So this is the Mother's Day edition. I'm going to let y'all introduce yourself. Just, I guess y'all can say y'all name, where y'all from. Y'all ain't got to say y'all age. We don't do that. And so y'all name, where y'all from, and how many kids y'all got, or whether it's a boy or girl.
Okay.
You go.
My name is Aaliyah. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I have 2 boys.
Nasty,
How old are they?
natty.
Cairo is 4 and Kari is 2.
Okay.
Oh, it's me. I don't know why I thought you was going. I'm Chantrell. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I have 2 kids. Gianna, that's my girl biologically. She's 4. And then I have my stepson, baby George, and he's 8.
Okay.
Hey. Hi, I'm Drea. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I have a son, and he's 4, named Jason.
Okay, there we go.
A 4-year-old.
Or, no, not 4, 5. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
It's
going
going fast.
5.
I
Time
turned
get to
5
fly.
this year.
I ain't gonna lie
It's
to you.
He's
crazy.
about to be 6.
4. If he 4 in your head, he's 4 in your head. Okay. 'Cause at this point, it does go by fast.
It does.
Look, Lil, you're 4 months, and I'll be like 4 months. That's insane.
Already.
Oh, you've been on the
crazy.
earth for.
I told you when you was at the house the other day, like it never gets old. Like, wow, you just growing. I'm here for a minute.
So I was watching. I was on Instagram like the day that Gigi had her pictures.
Oh yeah.
Her daughter,
So beautiful.
bro.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
Killing it.
But she
It's off the
is-
chain. You
She
she
love to
posed
get
and
fresh.
everything.
She be like,
Yeah, she be killing
like
it.
fit check. She like.
Wait, how old is she?
she's 4. She turns
Oh.
5 July 1st, but she is a girl's girl. Like she thinks she's a Barbie.
I
she's
love
a
it.
princess. Like she's that girl.
Period.
Like,
I'm here for it.
I don't even. That's what's up.
For sure.
Mr. Neighborhood Politics, you want to take the lead because
I don't know, man. It's,
you
I'm,
intimidated?
I'm in the middle, man. This is a little new to me, so I'm just, I'm happy to be here with y'all today. Happy Mother's Day to all of y'all.
Thank you.
Y'all do amazing jobs being mothers, raising these young men and these young ladies, and just appreciate the fact that y'all are really sincere and y'all really take the fact of being a mom to the whole heart, serious degree, because we need that.
I'm gonna say because everybody here, literally, from all y'all, literally are great moms. Like I can't.
Thank
I'm
you.
just
Thank
so
you.
serious. Like
Back at you.
Yes,
yes,
for
you
sure.
are.
I'm only 4, but
But
ten.
you
It's
killing it. But you killing it.
Listen, I be so hard on myself, but listen, I'm telling y'all, I literally all y'all for y'all to be 4, pretty much 4 or 5 years in, y'all doing a thing, literally.
Thank you.
So I guess you can kick us off with our first question. Don't try to play the
Who,
back.
me?
Don't
You
try to
want
play.
me
He's acting.
we kind of talked about it, so we'll start with, Drea. All right.
Okay.
So, what does being a mom mean to you?
Oh, that's
We
so
starting.
good.
We starting
That's
quick.
good. That's
come
deep.
right there.
We starting quick.
Being a mom, I can go on and on. But I would say the most thing, being a mom to me means, you have someone that you have to provide for. You have someone that you love, like they came from you. Being a mom, I don't take lightly. I would say that is just doing what you're supposed to do, showing your children like how to be loved, showing them up and,
Mm-hmm.
just being a
Yeah,
mom.
for sure.
Yeah. Like it don't come with a book.
Uh-huh.
It don't come with no rules. It's just like, and I was just telling my friend the other day, they have all these classes, but it's always around infants, like being a new parent.
Mhm.
After that, it's like
You on your own.
Right.
figure it out.
I ain't
but
think about that.
being a mom it's everything. It's different. It's just a different kind of love. It's a different kind of feeling. It's a different kind of protecting. It's a different kind of nurturing. It's just, and then just watching your little people form and
Sure.
like be themselves, and you be like,
Just
I
like
taught
the
you
mo-
that, like you watching me, and that's another thing. Like your kids start saying stuff, and you just be like, it's wild just watching your baby grow and learn different things, and
So rewarding.
yeah,
The most rewarding
It's
thing
I
I've
was
ever
finna say
experienced
it's
in my
the
life.
hardest job, but it's the most
Yes, that
rewarding
part.
job.
Man.
Yes.
Lord, I'm in this gang now. I'm in motherhood.
Yeah.
What
Right.
does being a mom mean to you?
I would say for me, it's like just of course, just always like being there, like making sure that you're putting yourself in a position to where you're changing and evolving with your child. I think that sometimes when we look at our kids, we're like, oh, they're so cute, they little, but like Yara won't be that little all the time, forever. And so just being open to like change and knowing that like seeing my sons now and what they'll be at 15, 16, and 30 and knowing that it doesn't stop, it doesn't change. And so just learning how to love them at different levels and different spaces of their life. And so I think that that's what being a mom means to me. Like being adaptive,
Adaptable.
adaptable. Yep.
Changing and evolving and growing with your child.
Changing, evolving, growing with your child.
When y'all first had y'all kid, were y'all like nervous, like thinking like, cause I know for me, I would speak for myself. I know when with Yara, I look at her and I'll be like, I don't know, I'm scared. I picture the future, but then it's like, I can't really see the future. Cause I'm like, we about to grow together. Like all of us is growing together. Like, have y'all ever looked at y'all child or just in general got scared about, dang, I'm actually gonna raise you until the day we die?
Yes.
Like
every day.
you are you
Still.
every day.
Every day.
Still.
No, you are literally mine. Like, and I know that. That's why I'm like, I know for me it's like surreal. So I'm wondering because y'all 4 or 5 years in. You get what I'm
That
saying?
feeling
5
never
years
goes
in. Let's just say
away.
5. Everybody over here 5 years in.
Right.
It's
You know,
nerve wracking.
it is.
Like when I remember when I first had my son, and it was funny because it was like I remember my mom taking us home from the hospital. And I looked, because I was in the hospital for a week because my son went to NICU. So we stayed a little longer. And I was like, dang, Mom, it's really crazy to think like, you know, in a hospital you get all that help and then they just send you home. And it's like, oh, when I have nieces and nephews over, I can just send them back to their parents.
Yeah.
But
ain't no
I'm
sitting
responsible.
back.
Like there ain't no sitting
Yeah.
back. He's with me every single day. Like I have to protect him. I have to love him. I have to guide him every single day. So it's like, ooh.
Keeping
but
a child alive is a lot.
No, for real.
Like that in itself should be celebrated. Like we made it another day. For
No,
real.
seriously. I
'Cause
think for
it'd
me,
be crazy.
I think for me, it was like,
Seriously.
I was a little, my situation was a little different when I first had my son. My son was born early. He was born at 28 weeks. And so, as you know, like a whole pregnancy is 40 weeks. I had him at 28. So, you know, when they were telling me like, okay, you're about to have this baby, like this is about to happen. He only 2 pounds. Like we hoping for the best.
scary.
Literally, it was really scary. So for me, it was like, it was weird just knowing that like one, I gave birth at 28 weeks. And so this is my first baby. And so I'm over here crying. I'm hysterical. I'm like praying, asking God, like, okay, God, like what's about to be the outcome? Like, I pray that my baby lives. And so for me, it was just like, I was just really just nervous and antsy about the whole motherhood thing. Yeah. And so, I mean, by the grace of God, he's okay now. But for me,
he's healthy.
He
You
is
would
like,
never know
you
he
would
was
literally
in
would
the
never
NICU.
know. Cairo was like literally like, and he's like literally the sweetest kid ever. Like he would not hurt a butterfly. Like he's so sweet. But and it was also weird like going home because like you said, when you go home, you like, oh, you get help and all. But they were like, okay, he's staying here, and I'm like, but wait, he can't come with me. They're like, no.
and that's nerve.
So that was like really hurtful, like knowing that like, and people see you and they're like, oh, where's the baby? And I'm like, he's not here. And so for me, it was kind of like just a constant reminder, but you know, God was just so good through the whole process. Like, so it all worked out how it was supposed to.
And like Aaliyah, I can relate to you. My son was born at 32 weeks.
Oh,
and
okay.
he was 4 pounds. And you know, when it came, like, you know, it's like, okay, my due date is this date. And I'm coming so early. And then they telling you like my delivery was like traumatic, you know, I had some complications, but it's like you go into the hospital thinking this thing about, oh, I'm about to become a mom. You know, we're not educated a lot on, especially being Black mothers, of how you go in there with the doctor, what's going on. And it's like, so when I see my son come out 4 pounds and I'm like, and they're like, oh, he has this, he has that. And it's like, we started in motherhood already, you know, with the enemy trying to steal our joy. And it's like, your faith gets tested in those moments. And it was like, at that time, he's like, God really showed me, like you said, my son's healthy. Like, my son's healthy too. You would never know he was a preemie. And it's by the glory of God that you could see, like, we made it. You went through it and look at them thriving.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's beautiful.
That gonna make me emotional all
I know, right? My eyes over here.
Listen,
like,
I'm like, cause like, I think let's talk about the birthing experience, because all of us have like, you know, a little unique experience, just in general, even just from just how you wanted out, because you had her natural, then you, like straight out, right? But all 3 of us had C-sections too.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me your story, how you were like, I am ready for her to
2 of
get
them.
out of here.
baby.
Listen, so even just like the experience of having a kid, and you were talking about we're not educated on a lot of the stuff, right? So having a doula, and like I said, we I did some new age stuff, but I really am happy that they ever even created having a doula because they really actually are there to advocate for you when you cannot advocate.
sure.
You get what I'm saying? For yourself. And to educate you. Now it depends. You don't want them to be too overbearing and stuff like that. But their job is to really actually just say, this is this is that, this is this, you know?
Yeah.
And you said for you didn't have that. You didn't have that, right?
No, I
so
didn't have one.
those type of experiences can create so much like fear in that moment when you're supposed to be having so much faith. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, what do you mean? I gotta get a balloon stuck up my vagina and
No,
pop
seriously.
baby head out.
No,
What do you
seriously.
mean one arm is out? Like, like just literally you emotional. You under the you under the drugs, under the influence of and all that. So it's like, what was those moments like for y'all when y'all first had y'all Q got us messed up. Q got us messed up in this episode. What was those first moments like when, you know, like, I guess, let's say during the delivery process, we ain't got to go full into it, like, but let's just say some, like, emotions or feelings that you were feeling in the moment of about to give birth, like delivering.
Well, I got a C-section, so I was in there and on the bed eating a popsicle. You know, that's all they give you. You that mad. That's the worst part. But I'm sitting there and I'm eating my popsicle, and they was just like, "Oh, you about to give birth?" And they took me straight to the emergency room or whatever, because I was emergency C-section
First
or whatever.
or second pregnancy?
This first, well, I had 2 C-sections.
Okay.
But 2 different stories. But the first one, yes, had emergency C-section. Of course, I'm 28 weeks. They give you like some medication to try to stop your contractions to see how long you can last. I lasted like a couple days, and then he was trying to come out or whatever. He was also breached because he was only 28 weeks. So really, babies don't flip at that. Yeah. I think they don't flip to like 33, 34 weeks or something. So he wasn't wrong for being head up or whatever. And so they took me to the room, and I'm just laying there, and I'm just like, I'm going in and out. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, can you let me know when you gonna cut me? I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. He was like, yep, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, just laying there, and I'm just having just so many emotions. I'm overwhelmed. I'm hot. I don't know if anybody else is hot. I was so hot.
Yes. No,
I
was so hot. Like,
I was feeling everything.
I was just hot, and I'm just laying there, and then boom, baby out. So
I told the doctor, I feel like you cut me. I could feel you cut me. She's like, can you feel them cutting you, or is it pressure? I'm like,
no, they do say that. But they always lie and say just a little pressure. I'm like, they said a little.
No, I had a Nigerian lady. She was not playing. She was like, you know, they be to the point.
Yeah, no,
she was
seriously.
Like, I was like, ow. She was like, are you saying ouch? Do you feel? I said, I feel them cut me. She said, do you feel them cutting you, or is it pressure? I said, I don't know. She said, okay. Then I guess she gave me some more medicine, and after that, I just remember, I don't even know.
Man.
So that's funny that you say that.
Literally.
Yeah.
What about you?
Labor, my plan was to have a water birth. That was like the whole
Go.
I had midwives. I didn't want a doctor because they're not as personal. And I had midwives. They were all mothers, delivered tons of babies. And OSU has a program where you have a set midwife, but you also have an appointment with every midwife just in case your midwife isn't on call. Luckily, my favorite, Lily, she was on call. That's my girl. But my labor was so quick. They didn't even have time to fill up the tub. I was probably in labor for a total of 3.5 hours.
That was quick.
Super
for
quick.
my first baby.
For the first, that's really quick.
I didn't have an IV in because they do those birthing classes, but nobody tells you that a contraction feels like you have to go to the bathroom. So every time I'm having a contraction, I'm jumping up to go use the bathroom, thinking like I gotta go, but I don't. Yes, thinking that I gotta go, but I don't. Y'all was in there acting a fool. Y'all know George all quiet. He just sitting there because the pain. Oh my God, I was on all fours. Like George was just sitting there. He didn't know what to do.
Talk about baby.
So then, like, I'm in there. My mom, she's coming. She's taking her time because she think we finna be here for some hours. She almost missed Gianna coming. Lily comes in. She's like, it's time to push. I'm like, well, can I have like just the pain, the little pill that you told me about? It's not an epidural, but it just take the edge off. She said, girl, it's too late for that. Like, it's time to push. She was like, this is what you wanted. You told me not to. And that's why I loved her, because everything that I told her I wanted, she made sure that happened in the delivery room. But Gianna wasn't coming out. Even though it was time for me to push.
I would have fired her. I'm sorry.
said, "Well, I can't get what?"
I'm saying like she meant it.
No, she
She
did
meant
because
it.
I did tell her like I don't care what I say.
I'm
This
sorry.
is really, really, really
What
what
you
I
want.
wanted to do, and she made sure that she didn't give in to that.
But just imagine in that moment, you telling me I can't get nothing.
I was
girl,
upset.
We about to fight.
Yeah, I was upset.
You
She
in
was like,
pain,
"It's too
hurting?
late. By the time she get here, is when it'll kick in." She's like, "It's not even gonna kick in fast enough." So Gianna wouldn't come out while I was pushing on my back. And they was like, we're going to have to get the little suction thing, like to pull her out by her head. And y'all, my mom, she's in the delivery room. She's just pacing back and forth praying the whole time. She heard that. She said, oh, no, we're not doing that. She said, y'all not about to mess my grandbaby's head up. So they turned me on my side and she came out. But you know how I kind of felt bad because I didn't have that instant, crying. Like, I was happy she was here, but it wasn't like, and I felt bad. Like, I was sitting there trying to force something out. But and I'm like, I'm so happy, but I don't have the tears to go with it. And I felt so guilty about that because, everybody like, y'all was just so happy. And I was, but I just,
See, that's
I
the
don't
thing.
know. I don't think I was just
that
tired
medication
from
that make
pushing
you
and all
like
that.
loopy. So
Yeah,
I
it
didn't cry
does.
either. So don't feel bad.
We got to come back to that because that's the thing. I want you to say yours, but we have to come back to
Yeah,
that because it's so many first time moms that need to know that because I didn't know that and I was trying to force something.
I
told
was
you,
too.
I felt the way I was like, am I not happy she here?
Yeah, it's pictures that George have of me, and like I'm literally like trying to squint out a tear, but no, so mad.
Well, I'm gonna say I salute you for having her natural.
Thank you.
Cause listen,
It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. Even though my labor was short, it was hard. It was hard.
Probably one of the hardest things you ever done.
Yeah, never doing it again.
Hey, and mean it too. Like,
she's like, no.
Dead serious.
One and done.
Dang, what was the question again?
Yeah.
Oh, how my labor was.
Yeah,
Okay. I was frightened. Okay. When I first went into the hospital, period. I was
Bottom
terrified. When I first went into the hospital, I'm like, I kept saying the whole morning, I'm not in labor right now. I was in denial actually, because I'm like, he ain't supposed to be here yet. So what I'm feeling, and my contractions were in my back. So I had back labor. That's what they said.
Yeah.
So it was like everything was easy and smooth until I got the epidural. Now I know I'm allergic to the epidural.
Wow.
So I can remember
I heard that a lot from a lot of girls.
when as soon as they gave me the epidural, it was literally immediately after my heart rate dropped. Baby's heart rate dropped. I seen doctors swerving in like, oh my God, we got to turn her, we got to break her water. And I'm like, y'all ain't explaining anything to me. What's going on with me? We're rushing her to the OR. And I'm like, huh? Like, what's going on? Y'all not giving me an idea. So I'm already going in there frantic.
Yeah.
So then it was like, quick, get to the OR. They was like, I didn't get numb enough from the epidural. So they tried to hurry up and numb me again. And I looked, next thing you know, there's like, baby's here. And I'm like, and they're like, he's 4 pounds. And I'm like,
So they cut him out?
I did a C-section.
Yeah, but you said the epidural.
They had to give me some more medicine
Oh my god.
to numb me,
Even though you was allergic to it?
even though I was allergic
Oh my
to cut me.
goodness.
What?
Yes, I had
They had to
hives.
do what they had to do.
They had
Because
to
then
do-
otherwise she would have felt.
I would have felt
Yeah.
everything that they were doing. So like when I was in the OR, they had IV. They was giving me like medicine, trying to numb me because I didn't get completely numb from the epidural.
That's scary.
And then after my allergic reaction was so bad, I had hives all over my legs, like to the
A
point
lot of people I heard that too.
itching. I was like, it's
Itchy.
like bugs crawling on you or something. So, but
Oh my god.
yeah. That's what I get though, because before that's what I get. But all up until that day, I kept saying, I'm having him natural. I ain't getting no epidural. And then they come in like this last call for epidural. Okay, I can't, my back hurting. Yeah, I'll do it. But
Didn't even know you was allergic to it.
I didn't know I was allergic to it at all. At all. It just
Wow.
turned
I'm
the
glad
switch.
it was only hives because like allergic reactions with medication
Could've been
can go so far.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
Yeah.
sure.
So
God. I mean, you told me this story before. I know, right? I'm over here. But it's just like, just to think of the fact that you was allergic to it and you had to get more because you didn't go numb. Like, that was just, I know you,
completely.
like, I could hear
yeah.
a frantic state of
Yeah.
fear.
What's going on?
I'm talking about,
Like,
seriously, what?
what's going on? And then it's like, you don't know, because then it's like, when I go back to the education, you researching stuff, Black women, when it comes to having babies and delivering, we have the highest mortality rate. And that's not spoke on a lot. you know, and it's like, you know, sometimes with doctors, you know, they say they be quick to give a C-section, but I really wanted to push, but I knew in my instance, I had to get a C-section. But a lot of times we're not educated. They're not telling you sometimes in the hospital, why are you just quick to get a C-section?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
and it's
I feel like
bad.
that. Remember she
Listen.
know, because she was there with me when I had my
her second
for my
one.
second one, and I was telling her, I said, I'm not getting no C-section.
Yeah.
I'm not getting one. Yeah, was like, Leah,
We got to.
you gotta get. I said, I'm not getting it.
No, she started fooling. But listen,
I was
the
in there.
plan was me and her mom was gonna be in there when she pushed out, right? I'm laying on the couch, like
No, she know. Tell her what you was really doing. She in the video in the bathroom going like this, doing strongman poses. Come on, baby time, baby time.
They said we gotta get a C-section. She was like, I don't want a C-section. I wanted to push it. So like she was going. I was just sitting there like. And I'm like, I finally had to say, I thought she was gonna cuss me out. I'm like, Leah, you gotta get a seat, like, because they was saying as far as his heart rate and all those different things. So it's like when they become like a thing between, you know, you and your baby, or we want a safe delivery, we want a safe baby. You know what I'm saying? It's not an option to negotiate, because that I ain't gonna say that was my situation, but I was pushing for 3 whole hours. Yara was not trying to come out, like she wasn't trying to come out. You know what I'm saying? So it was like. We got to talk about that. When you have a plan, because you had a plan to have a water birth, you had a plan to have natural, you had a plan to push it out. I had a plan to push her out, and it don't happen. And how that tests your faith.
Yes, that's good. That's a good one.
We got to go with that one. But we also got to talk about, really quick, we're going to hit on it. Because, Shan, I remember you telling me this, the pressure in your butt. Yeah, listen, listen, I had the epidural.
They don't tell you that. Like, y'all got all these classes and y'all leave that little part out.
No,
Like,
they
that
leave
is
that,
so
yeah, they do.
important.
I'm used
water. No, for real.
That's when it got serious for us, because I was pushing for 3 hours and I was just so tired, right? But then I had the epidural. They kept saying, push when you want more medicine. I wasn't feeling anything but that pressure. It was like, I feel like I had to boo-boo. Y'all, listen. I feel like I had to boo-boo. Real life boo-boo. Because I know if somebody's going to watch this that's probably pregnant, and they like,
Yes.
this is real. This is a real conversation about real life experiences, but we all made it through. Glory be to God. I'm saying, though, I'm SQ. I'm like, it felt like I had a boo-boo, and I'm like trying like to stop it, but I couldn't stop it.
And it comes when the contraction comes. So I'm literally sitting in the bed. They're trying to start an IV in my arm. A contraction is coming. I'm jumping up, going to the bathroom because of the pressure. Like, I'm thinking that I gotta go. And
Bruh,
that's what it feels like.
I'm literally in the bed like this. Get this baby out of me. And it didn't even hurt. But it was just the pressure. I feel like I had to straight doodle. And then it was crazy because Q and I'm like, baby, calm down. They was like, we gonna have to get a C-section. I said, let's just do it. And they was like, they said, it's gonna be a couple minutes. I said, bro, I wasn't even crying. It just felt like I had the biggest turd.
Yeah, it literally feels like
That's the best way to say it.
Right there.
That's the best way.
I had to calm down.
I didn't experience that, so I don't know. I'm like, this all new to me with y'all.
Nah.
She told me about it, and when she said that, it was like in my mind, because I'm thinking about all the possible things you can experience, like, you know, going into labor. Bro, that pressure was so bad. I've never in my life felt
nothing like
felt
it.
like that. Like, it's like feeling like you really have to
Did
move,
the ball
but you
help?
can't.
Because remember, I got
on
on
the
the ball.
I walked around. Everything was cool. I thought I was pushing, but when I pushed for 3 hours and that pressure came, I said, "This baby got to come out. I don't care. Get her out now. Why are we still
And it's so crazy because
Right.
as soon as you push her out,
It's like the pain
everything
instantly goes
It's
away. It's so
instant.
weird.
Really?
It's the
It's like
craziest thing
instant.
in the
That's what my sister says. I had a
It's
C-section too, so
instant.
but
Did you
they say it's like
Did you
instant.
push at all, Aaliyah? Did you get to the
No, I didn't
opportunity
even get the push.
That's what I'm
Neither situation. I didn't get
They
the
said
push.
she had to.
They just took me.
I mean,
straight
she was
back.
real life ready to push. Like, that was our goal. That was the
Literally.
thing. Like, I literally was
Yeah.
laying on the couch waiting for us to go to sleep, because in the morning she was gonna be pushing. No, they came in there that night and like,
It was like early in the morning, wasn't it? And I was mad.
yeah, she was. I remember she was in pain. They gave her some type of drugs. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know what I
She
was
went
saying.
from talking to being like, I'm like, Aaliyah. I was like, then I came ask the doctor, is she cool? What did y'all give her? Is she okay? Like,
I'm nodding
they
off
said-
like.
the doctor said, oh, nothing. It's just something that's gonna make her feel good.
I remember her. I do remember her saying that. She's like, "You're gonna feel really good after
And
this."
Aaliyah was like, I'm gonna sound like, Lord, please, not with me, bro. Not with me. But let's talk about having a plan, and then that plan going totally different than what you expect. And like, what comes to mind? How do you feel about that? And yeah, all of that. Cause it's gonna all go into each other. Cause literally, having a plan of what you want to do, whether that's push out, water birth, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and it literally going the total opposite. How did that, like, what type of effect did it have on you spiritually? Let's say that first. Because I'm all about God. So we got to start there.
I felt
first.
defeated.
Very.
I felt defeated. I felt like I failed. I felt like, dang, I felt like I failed as a mother. I felt like I failed my child. Like, I don't know. I just felt like just defeated in that moment. And I'm just like, then you start questioning God, like, well, why I had to go through this, or why I had to have my baby at 28 weeks, why I had to have 2 C-sections. You start asking why. So I just felt really bad in that moment, and it took a lot of prayer and just realizing that, like, everybody's different, everybody's birthing experience is different, everybody's journey into motherhood is different, and it's okay that mine's happened that way. So it just time for me just took for me to just be okay with it. But I was really hurt. I mean, you even see I was like really hurt. Like
questioning God.
Like literally questioning God and crying like, this ain't supposed to be. There's no way this was the plan. There's no way it was the plan, but apparently it was. So it worked out.
Yeah. I can definitely say I felt some defeat for sure. Because I knew that Gianna was going to be the only child that I gave birth to in this world from the moment she was talked about being conceived. I knew I was one and done. So I wanted to have every experience possible. So water birth was very, very important to me, but I guess she was trying to come into the world a little early. And pushing, being on my back and hearing like she's not coming out and we about to go get this vacuum thing. Like, pushing takes a lot. I'm talking about every single muscle, bone, tendon, everything in your body goes to pushing. And so you're doing all of this hard work just to hear them say, like, it's not enough, basically. And that's hard to hear. But, by the grace of God, she got here. We ain't have to use the vacuum thing. My mom was in there praying, y'all. Y'all would have thought we was in church. I'm talking about she was just walking back and forth, just praying.
In the
and praying
name
and
of Jesus.
Yes.
I declare.
They love to say all of that. So I thank God for a praying mom in that moment, because I mean, when you're in that, in labor and delivery, you're not thinking about nothing. Like, there's nothing going on up here besides get this baby out.
For sure.
And just to have her there advocating for me and being the mother bear that she is, I appreciate her so much for that.
That's dope.
Yes. I can relate to like all you guys. Like, I felt like defeated, You like you said, you felt like I failed, because it's like in that moment you're like, God, why? Like you said, Aaliyah, God, why me? And then, with our situations, coming early, like we try to do everything right, when you're pregnant and stuff. And it's like, well, what did I fall short at, or what was wrong with me, And it's like, at one point, I'm gonna be honest, I was angry with God,
That's real.
Yeah, I was
sure.
angry. Like, I was questioning, because I'm like, why? Like, why? But then in that moment too, God also revealed to me a lot of different things when I started praying, and you start really it made me intentional, and I was like, it was nothing wrong with me. This was a part of God's plan.
100%.
So
I would say, and he can attest to it, I definitely felt defeated and I was hurt. One, because I definitely was not expecting to get a C-section. I'm going to tell you, I was tricking my mind a lot. So I kept saying, God's will, God's will, God's will, God's will. If it's God's will, and I kept saying I wanted God's will, but the whole time I had my own plan and my own little will in my head that I wanted him to honor. You get what I'm saying? So, and I kept asking for protection. So it's like, I'm asking God for protection. I'm asking God for his will. And yet I'm mad at him for doing exactly what I asked him for. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was so hard for me, because it's like, I did everything you're supposed to do. I walked. I talked. Say, not playing. I walked. I drank my water.
Took your vitamins.
Took my vitamins.
Yeah.
I was active my whole time. I was cheerleading coach all the way up until the week before. Literally, he had to tell me, you need to call off work. Like, because I was like stressing out. I'm like in a leg stretch. I stopped going to work on like let's just say 3 days before the school was actually out, and then I ended up having her a couple of days after. So thank God I listened to my husband and really took the break that he told me to take, because if not, I would have never even had what I had, like that little break that I did have. But I was so discouraged. I was so hurt. I mean, he'll tell you, because I was like, I literally did everything. And my friend Dynasty, when she had her baby, she FaceTime a lot of her close friends, whatever, prompted us up, and we was able to watch her give birth. So with me seeing her give birth, I was like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
So when I went in there and I was like ready to push. I'm talking about, he could tell you, I was like, let's go. Didn't feel nothing when I got the epidural. I was ready. I got to 10 centimeters dilated. I was like, okay, cool. Start pushing for 3 hours. I'm giving it all I got. They telling me you got some great pushes. I mean, it's really going down in there, okay? And then they said I couldn't. And then they said I had to get a C-section. I mean, that was the ultimate test of faith and really saying, do I really want God's will? Is that really what I said? Is that really for real? Because I'm in here flipping out. And he's having to be my soundboard. He having to be the positive. He's having to be all of this to tell me, like, baby, we can't worry about that right now. If this is what you say. But they always like, we doing what you want to do. And I felt like a failure. I'm like, I don't want to, though. Then I kept trying to push. And I'm like, with the pressure, it was just like a lot. So I guess we all can attest to that. So I guess for anybody that's watching, sometimes your birthing plan might not go exactly the way you want it. But if you believe in God and you asking God for his protection and you asking for his will to be done and you asking for him to just lead and guide that, trust that the way that it's going is the way it's supposed to be. And then take that to God. Like you said, everybody has different emotions. Everybody feeling fear, defeated, anger, all these different things, right? Yeah. God is understanding of that because we know that his thoughts are not our thoughts, his ways is not our ways, and what we want ain't what he want or how he plan or intend, and all of it is for him to get his glory. So if it didn't go the way that we wanted it to go, it is obviously he had a lesson that he wanted to teach us and something that he wanted us to grow through that.
Absolutely.
So we got to thank God for that.
Our children are our biggest lessons from the time they come into the world.
Yeah. So how has it been on the other side hearing all of this?
I'm just sitting here looking fresh.
Not looking
I'm just
fresh.
sitting here looking fresh, man. But nah, it's it's been a lot to take in. All y'all been saying, I'm just sitting back, and it's it's crazy to hear all y'all said pretty much the similar thing as far as defeated, but all y'all still was able to deliver whole, healthy, beautiful children. You know, so I think that's something to really take heed to, because although the plans didn't go as planned, y'all was still able to deliver y'all's babies, which is amazing.
Yeah, man, sure. God is for sure good throughout that whole thing.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Seriously, then you once you calm down, you like, thank you, Lord, you protected me.
Right.
But I'm still mad.
Yes.
I got taco meat. So now
taco meat. Like this scar still itch.
Like, man, what's it doing?
It still itch. So I'm not the only one.
I'm numb in one side.
I'm still numb.
And I'm like,
me
this is weird. I'm still numb. I asked the doctor, I said, I don't feel. Is this gonna get the feeling back? She said, unfortunately, no. I was like, what? I tell you, they don't tell you this stuff.
It's like a little flop over the little fat.
It's never gonna go away. Sandwich pack. I'm like, this is crazy.
Y'all are funny.
I'm serious. Listen, I was the same way. I be telling you all the time, like, man. But my scars still kind of hurt sometimes. My scars still hurt sometimes. I be like, bro, I laid certain way. I be like, bro, is
or
this
jeans that be too tight somewhere.
I don't even like this. Like,
it hurt.
I want to dress like this, but it's so uncomfortable that now I'm just like,
you want to know what I'm thinking right now?
What?
If I was at the crib, I would have been when it played the game.
Around the corner.
This is good, though. I love it, though. This is good.
Or you crazy.
Man, it's a lot.
Y'all ain't act like that on the Father's Day.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm sitting right here like this the whole time. I'm engaged in it.
It's a lot, but no, it's good. It's good. I love it. I love it for sure.
Cute, like,
so now men know what women go through.
Yeah, it was a lot to see it, and just, again, to hear all y'all's. No one is saying the perfect delivery happened for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So to hear all of that,
and it's
just
four different
experiences. So it just goes to show y'all strengths. And you spoke a lot on Black women, the strength that y'all all exude. It's an amazing thing. Because without y'all pushing, and it's funny, another thing y'all all said that pretty much having to make that decision before y'all even had y'all's baby, y'all was willing to sacrifice whatever y'all had to sacrifice for y'all's baby to be delivered.
That's good. I didn't even hear that.
And at that time, like you say, and like she, when the baby came, no one even really had that moment of like, oh, you finally here, but you still had a desire in you to still make sure to do whatever you had to do to deliver the baby.
Yeah, that's true. That's what we was listening in.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
So so you just said something that just brought it back to my memory that I wanted to talk about. You said something. You just said it was something that I wanted us to touch on.
Was this a
The
sacrifice?
The not crying.
The not crying. There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Cause
It's a real
I
feeling.
hear all the time, when you have a baby, like it's gonna be like a veil lifted. God you're gonna just feel so much joy. You're gonna cry. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that.
Yeah.
And for y'all to be born, and like you said, Gigi, listen, all of us. I don't know. Did y'all cry?
I was too drugged up.
Yeah, I was drugged up. I said,
Cute. So
I was falling asleep.
I'm like, all my pictures. I'm like,
That's mine too. It's like, oh, don't show nobody
I
now.
don't post none of my pictures on social media. Cause they go like, did you deliver me?
Because for real. And them pictures stay like, oh, I don't need to show nobody that.
So the ones that y'all see, trust that was after. Because the real ones, you see them. You know, it's a couple people, but you know.
No. Listen. Q said he was trying to make sure I was okay. Like, are you all right? He kept saying, you good? He told me you kept going in and out. He was trying to make sure I was alive. I'm like, she here. Go back to sleep. Wait, you know. But when I did get the time to get off the drugs and I was able to like touch her and all that, I did not cry. So I thought something was wrong with me.
I did too.
The enemy be trying anything to make you just feel like you just ain't
anything.
Literally.
Anything.
You ain't cry. You ain't a good mom. He in your ear like you ain't a good mom. You don't care about her. You don't
Or
love her.
how about like, oh, you ain't got your milk in yet?
Oh,
Oh, that's another one.
You ain't got your
That's
milk
good.
yet? Oh, all the other moms got their milk. Oh, you see all the milk mommies on TikTok, and it's like, oh, I got
Yeah.
60 ounces today. You
Yeah.
over here with your little thing.
Boy,
You're like,
that's this
you're like,
detergent.
dang, that's it. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, seriously,
Yeah,
that too.
Not crying. I felt so bad. Like, do I not love her? Like, I know I love her, but because I didn't have this overwhelming sense of, like, I don't know. I just didn't cry. Like, I was so and it's like you have all these happy moments leading up to your labor. Like, I know I'm happy. I didn't pray for this baby. I had a conscious decision with somebody that I love with all my heart to have a baby. And I didn't cry. Like, you feel so bad. Like, I felt like she was definitely worthy of my tears, but I just didn't have any. And I don't know if it's because I was just so tired after giving birth. Because, I mean, you know, you guys were drugged up, like y'all said. So, you know, y'all were in and out of it. And I had her, like, as soon as she got pushed out, they handed her right to me. And I didn't, like, I was happy, but it wasn't a joyous, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I think it's overwhelming too.
Yeah.
I think that was for
it's
me.
a
Like,
lot.
when they, I mean,
I just
first
went
off, you
through
talk
a
about all
lot.
the nurses that are coming. It's like 50 nurses are coming in the room.
Yeah.
They're all, hi, do you need some water? Do you need this? Do you know? No, I actually need you to stop coming in the room. Like,
Please and
they
thank
keep
you.
coming in the room. You can't relax or anything. But I think it's just like overwhelming. I think just the pressures of knowing that like, you're solely responsible. It's like, okay, you got to feed them. Okay, now you have to change them. Like back then, my mom said they used to take the babies and go to the nurseries. I don't know. Like a lot of our hospitals now is like
They keep them in the room.
usually keep the babies in the room unless the
what's
baby has a
crazy?
medical issue.
That's when I cried, when they said, can we take her to the nursery for a little bit before you go home? Because they want you to get a little bit of rest. And I looked at George. He was like, yeah. I said, for real?
And I'm gonna tell you why I just started laughing.
But I
made
was
that
happy.
decision,
I was
remember?
happy that I did it because I did, I was able to sleep through the night. Because, I mean, when you there, they checking on you and the baby every 2 hours.
Yeah.
So with her not in here, but that's when I cried. Like, I just had her. Y'all want to take her for the night? Like, I don't think so.
Let me tell you why I started laughing as soon as you said it. I wasn't even laughing at what you said. I just instantly thought about what we did. Q was like, she going to the nursery. So I'm talking about soon as he was like, I need some sleep. She went to the nursery, baby. Like Ace, like I'm talking about Ace. So when we was in that room for the first 2 hours, she was in the nursery. He was.
No, don't make me look bad.
Was you going to sleep? Did you get your sleep in?
And I'm gonna add on to it. I second them. I was like, she can go. She can go. She can go.
I mean, it had been a long process. So we had you labored at home for like 30s. How many hours did you labor at home? For like the
10 years.
Yeah, so we didn't get no sleep that night. And then we got
Hold on, you got sleep.
I didn't get sleep.
Yes, you did.
we was both on the couch. And you know when you ain't sleeping, I ain't sleeping.
Okay, you
I
right.
ain't get no
All
sleep.
right.
We got there, we ain't sleep. But then And then we pushed, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say we, because we did it together. We pushed the whole time. And then by the time she came, it was like, it's time for you. Nah, you gotta go upstairs, but we need some rest. So
I was not ready.
Nah,
Because, people be saying, like, they feel, we was like,
guess it
we
was
knew,
but
I think we knew, because it's like, we about to have the rest of our lives with her. Go ahead. We need some rest. We know we need some rest. Like, 100, we need some rest, period. And I had been laboring for a very long time, and it was like a long process, because I went to the hospital on a Thursday. I really started pushing on a Friday, and then it wasn't until like 6, 7, then I'm pushing for 3 hours until, you get what I'm saying? So it was just a very, very, so it was like, but I ain't gonna lie, I seconded them. Soon as he was like, she go to the nursery, I'm like, bet, now we can get some sleep, but that didn't happen.
They still keep coming in, checking on you and stuff.
My situation was different though. I had a, God be knowing what he be doing though. I had a moment, a situation where doctors was playing on my top. That sounds real ghetto, but long story short, but I'm saying that to say that God covered me a lot to where I guess right now, like when I think of my birthing experience, that's not what I go to. You get what I'm saying? So even though that negative experience happened, it's not something that I go to when I'm thinking about my, but I was in so much pain, and my they transported us up so we can get some sleep. And I asked my doctor for some pain med, and they never sent my pain medicine over like for hours or whatever. So my nurse told me she's gonna come back and give it to me, but she never came back to give it to me, right? So I'm like, they give me a warm blanket. They give me a warm blanket, so I'm laying with a warm blanket thinking, this blanket is super warm. But the whole time I realize that I'm like, I'm hot, like I'm feeling the sting. I'm feeling the sting, like after for the cut from from getting cut.
Right.
I'm not knowing that's what I'm feeling, because in my mind I'm so tired. I'm like, dang, this blanket is super warm, but I'm like, hold on, this ain't my blanket. This me, So I end up asking her, she's supposed to come back. She didn't come back for a whole like an hour, another hour or two. Then when she did come back, it was just kind of like still no medicine. She's like, I'm still waiting for your medicine to get approved. I'm like, lady, I am in so much pain right now. You can't give me a Tylenol. We can't do nothing. In the midst of that, listen, so I call my doula. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I call my doula like, they're trying to kill me. This is what they be talking about, why black women be dying. I'm like,
no, but for real.
She's like,
seriously.
She's like, literally, calm down. This is where you need to get your husband, and he needs to go advocate for you. So I wake up like, baby, I know you sleep, but I'm salty. We got to talk to them. So he get up. And this is how crazy the enemy be making you think you just about to die. I ain't gonna lie, he do make you think that. Q get up, he go say stuff to the nurse. In the midst of him saying stuff to the nurse, another nurse come in, she's checking up on the computer. Guess what? A nurse on the outside in our hallway falls out.
Because she
out.
in there taking the drugs.
Shit.
I'm sorry, I'm a nurse, and I've been in a couple situations
She's a
where
nurse.
nurses do steal narcotics.
Really?
Literally,
What nurse?
I have.
I didn't know that.
Recently been in situations where I had to help investigate a nurse stealing narcotics.
Bro, I don't know what happened.
For real.
We in there, Q telling the lady, like, we talk to the lady.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm like,
wow, that was the wrong part.
I didn't think that.
But you also in the field too, so you know what's going on.
Listen, I'm in there thinking I'm dying. And then it don't make it no better. Q, the lady in there trying to say, then we just hear, boom, Q like, and Q so tired, he turned around like, dang, she just fell out. Like,
But get my wife her payments before y'all come over here.
right.
Period.
Q turned around like, she just fell out. Then the nurse like, like, I'm like, so I'm on the phone with the doula like,
This is a movie at this point.
Right. And the doula said, what? I said,
She need to be that. She like, I'm on my way.
Listen, she said, I'm gonna be there first thing in the morning. I said, a nurse is on the ground right now. She just passed out and ain't got my meds. I'm not trying to die here, bro. Like, so she wanted me to do an interview on how with how the mortality rate, how women, how they don't take us serious. Because I
Not
told
black
her,
women, not at all.
yeah,
Even just a regular ER visit, just even outside of birth, anything medical that involves pain in black women is just not addressed properly, appropriately.
I knew she was gonna be a slouch nurse when she came in here, because I told Q this. She told me she was gonna be back at a certain time, and she wasn't back at that time. In my mind, that already solidified to me that you was gonna be, but I didn't want to judge. But that's you know how you just think like, and then she didn't come back at that time, so I had to buzz her. Hey, I'm in pain. Can you give me some medicine? She said I'm gonna be back. Never came back for about like another hour or two, and then they still was saying they was trying to get my medicine sent over. I'm like, listen.
We're in the hospital. The medicine is everywhere. The pharmacy is in the basement. It shouldn't be this hard.
But this is the thing. Y'all know this lady, me, just came from having a C-section.
Right.
So y'all know
It should have been ready.
it should have been ready.
No
And
question.
then once we start asking for like names and all that, the
I know Miss Rebecca next door got her meds.
you know, y'all checked up on that nurse that just fell.
Mm-hmm.
Q was like, he was just
Listen.
looking.
That's her subject. Look,
Yeah, she know what she's talking about.
You
Yeah.
can tell.
Because they don't talk about that, but
no,
I don't never really think about that experience until we start talking about this type of stuff. Because after that, every nurse after that was heaven. God, it's like God sent, like literally God sent nurses. Everybody cared for us to the top level, to the point the nurses that was coming to check on us didn't even want to leave us. Like we had really good nurses,
That's
like
good.
you know.
Good.
But that's why I say when I think of that, I don't even think about that traumatic experience. Because I was like, I mean, I really was in there like, oh my God, you know, we don't take it serious. I'm here laying in pain. I don't say nothing or whatever the case may be. And, you know, you in pain or you end up dying because you just thinking you waiting on them. And it was like, if it wasn't for him getting up saying something, I would have been sitting there really, and I really was, it might not sound, this is where I left out. This is why I would probably think like, you're going to die because you in pain. No. She was saying that my heart rate was super high.
Yeah, because I'm in pain.
Right.
She was, remember, they was like,
Right.
she was
My
like,
vitals are going to be out of whack. My blood pressure is going to be high. My heart rate's going to be high.
that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
And that's
why they take your blood pressure every time before they even give you pain medicine because then they can gauge it. Because if it's really low, I'm not saying that you're not in pain, but they're like, well, chances are you're probably not because your pressure's not even high. But
also,
they
even
know.
in that sense, that's like medical school 101. I can't tell you what pain is. If you tell me it's a 10 and your vitals say 120/80, it doesn't matter. You said it's a 10.
It's a 10.
But your pain level and my pain level are different. Like maybe I can go get a piercing every day, but you can't. That's just my pain threshold is different. But
and that's what
they
made me,
showed
and
out.
that's what I forgot. I left that apart. I'm talking about just the pain. It was literally the fact that she came in, she checked my heart rate, she checked my blood pressure, everything was high. And she wasn't gonna say nothing. I asked her, like, cause I seen her kind of like, you know, like she checked it and you like, you know how you check something, you like, but you don't really, and I said, what was it? And then she said, it's blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like,
Weren't you keeping me updated on what's going on?
Me.
she
On
didn't
what's
have
going
no
on
sense
with
of like
me.
nothing. So that's what made me be
You
like,
should have asked for the charge nurse at this
Yeah,
point.
absolutely.
At this point, we need to charge nurse.
We literally end up doing all of that. And like I said, after that, we end up, but that's what, that I forgot I left, that was the main part as to why I'm like, that's why I call my dude. Like she said, my heart rate this, my blood pressure is this, I'm in pain. And so I was scared. I'm like, that's why I was saying, like, if I just go to sleep thinking I'm cool, but I'm, and like, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't. So that was the frantic part for me, because she was saying my blood pressure, my heart rate, and she was no sense of urgency after you tell me. So now my blood pressure up even more because I'm seeing you with no sense of urgency. You know, so yeah, that's a real thing.
And my life is in your hands right
She'd have
now.
been fired
I was
by the
hot.
time I was done.
I was hot, but I was trying to, I had to calm down so I wouldn't be hot.
No, because I am literally burning up in here.
Burning up in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was definitely a crazy experience. So I think they don't take us super serious. And I think just for anybody out there, if you can have somebody in there that's educated or that can advocate for you, it ain't even got to be necessarily 200% educated, but they can advocate for you. If you say that you're in pain, you need somebody there that's conscious, that know what's going on, that
ain't gonna let up until your situation is addressed.
I was very much serious, like even with having a doula. I want her to be a child of God, because I want somebody to be able to intercede.
You was telling me that from the beginning.
Spiritually and physically.
Spiritually and physically, because I need somebody to know what they're talking about. So my husband is doula. Like I need us to be
aligned.
Right, I need somebody in here who can even discern if this is the enemy trying to do a little sneak attack. You know, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing for me. And I would recommend that for anybody. Have somebody in there that can pray and advocate on your behalf, because the enemy come and he comes to what? Kill, steal, and destroy. And if he's stealing your joy, trying to kill you, or steal them Pampers. So no,
nah, because the whole cart got cleared. We out.
Because the car is yours.
Yeah. One of my friends, she was like, and then when you empty it out, tell them you need it to be restocked. I said, oh yeah, I got you.
I mean, you might as well. The thing is that whatever is in the room, they're gonna throw out. They have to throw out anyway.
And they're still gonna charge you for it.
And they're still gonna charge you.
They're charging you.
Yeah.
She said clear the whole room.
So take everything down to the Aqua Force. Can I get 2 more tubes of those?
I
love them. I love them. I need a couple more of those. Yes.
Hey, Q, so with the pump, like, I wonder what they do. We take this. I'm like, they ain't playing about them pumps.
Nah, they want the pumps back. They want the pumps back.
Grade pumps.
Man, those pumps are amazing though.
Yeah, they are.
They're amazing, especially the ones they gave me the pump when I was pumping in the NICU or whatever, and I just got so much more milk out. that with them, like to the point where they were like, "Ma'am, you're gonna have to like stop bringing milk," because I took up the whole closet of the milk thing or whatever. Because I was just pumping. I was like feeling like a cow, and I just had so much milk.
Okay, this might sound disgusting. This is just something to make us laugh. But have you ever tried y'all breast milk?
I tried it.
You I tried it. I'm not gonna lie. I tried it. It's from my body. I tried it. I was like, now hear me out. Want a whole gulp? Was it?
So I got questions. What did it taste like?
like it's giving almost an almond milk. It's giving almost an almond milk. Like somebody told me to taste it, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna taste it. So I was like, okay, it don't taste like. It tastes like a lesser version of like an almond milk.
Hey, cute.
But I ain't never tried it after that, but I did try it. I'm like, okay, let me see.
Cute best friend mom told me to take my boob and squirt them in the face with it.
You know what's so funny? Now, this might sound weird. I hear a lot of people say help with acne.
Yeah,
it's a great cleaning for your face. Cleans it up. They even say for the baby, like some babies break out with like acne or whatever. They say get a little cloth and put some breast milk in it to clear it right up. It's magic.
Listen, I said I was on the phone with one of my friends and I said something about drinking milk and she's like, I heard breast milk tastes like sweet or whatever. She's like, have you ever tried your breast milk? I'm like, nah, that's nasty.
Yeah, I hear that it tastes sweet to babies, but
they say
I don't drink regular milk.
This is what she said. She said, well, you drink cow milk. You ain't gonna try your own milk. Then I start thinking like, dang, I do.
That do
drink
make a little
cow
bit
That
milk.
makes sense. So you don't trust the store and all that stuff, but something that you sitting there and just come straight out your body, ain't no tampering, ain't nothing. You just I mean, it's not nothing that I would probably
recommend.
You like, what's going on?
Yeah, I guess I'll get in here, man. I did make these little fancy cards, so let me read some off of it. You know,
You could do what you do.
What? Well, let me read one. Let me read one of these. You know, we'll go down the line. We'll start with Chantrell.
I knew it was coming.
Because he started with you and then start with you.
Growth is imperative in the journey of motherhood. In what areas have you seen the most improvement in yourself since the beginning of your journey as a mom?
It's funny because I was reading the questions yesterday and I was talking to Tim and I'm like, well, what do you see? And he was like, you are a lot more patient. And I'm like, no, I can see that. Cause y'all know I don't be with it. I don't be with it. But no, I can say that, I mean, just overall, not even with kids, like my patience has always been very thin for a lot of stuff. But I feel like I'm definitely more patient. I am more nurturing, I feel like, for sure. I mean, that's just natural as a woman. What else? I think that my child has become, I've always been a very motivated person, but I feel like she has just put a different fire in me to where, like, I have to succeed at everything that I'm doing. Like, I have to, and it's not like I'm in hustle mode all the time. It's not even just about money. It's just about showing her that you can do whatever you want in this world. Y'all know I flip-flop between what I'm going to do every couple months. But
I feel like it stayed the same. It's just between what you gifted in, which is cooking and being a nurse. Yeah,
I just feel like being able to be strong and do all that I'm able to do for my kids, just showing her that women are super women. Like
that part.
That's just it.
Seriously.
We have.
We say we the ones. When we say we the ones.
We have
we
different superpowers. Women are magical. Like at the end of the day, God made us. We just have, I mean, bringing a child into the world is magic within itself.
Carrying a child.
Like, yes.
9 months.
I heard somebody say about
all your organs all squished up.
Us bringing a child into the world. She was like, I said something about like, wow, I can't believe I had a baby or whatever. She was like, yeah, you just became more like God. And I just looked at her. And I was like marinated on it. Just the fact that like God literally actually gave us the ability to create life. He's the only one that could create life.
Yep.
Yes,
that's good.
That
I didn't even
good.
think of it that way.
Think of it. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah,
You see how it's crazy when you're carrying them, and then you see how like you start the first time you feel them move, and you start feeling them move, and you know their cycle when they sleeping, when they up, or when they anxious and moving.
Wait,
This question ain't going away. He
Let's
wanted
get back
to
to
go.
the question. Y'all just exploded.
I know. We done went from growth to yes.
She said
But it's good stuff though. It's
Children
good
give
stuff.
you a different superpower,
sure.
or being a mother.
Go ahead, Dre. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Shan making stuff come to my hair. I'm like, yeah.
I can touch on what Shan said. Patience. Learning how to be patient. You know, with being a mom, you're gonna always be patient. You have to be patient, but also teach you how to be patient with life, patient with everything going on. And another thing I would say with the staying motivated, because it's like I have somebody I can never go without, like have somebody I have to take care of all the time. So I have to get up every day.
I can't let them down.
Yeah, and I can't make excuses. So it taught you really how to, you have to show up. Even showing up, that whatever that can look like. If I'm sick, I still got to show up. If I'm tired, I still have to show up. If I'm hurting, I still have to show up. Like I can never say, oh, I don't want to do this today, or I can never say I don't want to get up because I'm feeling some type of way. No, my child is dependent on me every single day. And another thing I would say is my faith, because with my whole journey with pregnancy, I've been through a lot of things, you know. And I ain't about to make me cry today, but I would say like one thing, that being pregnant and becoming a mom and starting my journey as a motherhood, like as being a mother, my faith has grown so much, because it's like in the process of getting pregnant, becoming a mom, God revealed a lot of things to me. God showed me a lot of things that I questioned. He started to have answers. So that's mine.
Yeah.
Now she got
Skinny
a
Tear up over
I'm like,
here.
looking at you. You look so beautiful.
She do.
I love y'all.
I would just say where I've grown the most is in my responses. I would say like it's so hard, like especially being like toddlers. I got 2 boys and I'm a single mom, and it's like sometimes it's like knowing that like you're the only one that can fix the issue. That's hard. And so even when I'm like, okay, I just got off work today. Now you're crying. We're literally doing a temper tantrum over a Pop-Tart. Like I don't have time for this. So it's like, you know, as mothers, we're like, be quiet, sit down, like, you know, all that stuff. And I just had to really reflect, like God was just taking me back on like, Aaliyah, you have to learn how to respond better. Like, I don't want to raise men that have to know that when they're angry, this is how they respond. You know what I mean? And of course, I don't want to have to create children that they have to heal from something that I did. And I don't want to be abusive.
Healing, so they don't have to heal.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't want to be abusive. Like, is that what I'm teaching my sons, that when they get mad, that's the only way that they know how to cope, like, and you know what I mean? And so it's like I just had to learn how to like watch my responses. So I'm just learning just coping mechanism just as a mom. Like, okay, I take my little deep breaths, or I just say, okay, Cairo, or okay, Kari, like, you know what I mean? And just kind of just take a step back, and I constant reminders in my head. Like God always tells me, Aaliyah, grace. He's 4. So when I'm aggravated, it's like, what you mean you didn't see the code? It's right there. Aaliyah,
But
he's 4. He's 4.
You probably
He's
did.
4. Like he didn't know. And even if he did know, even if he was 15, okay, he didn't see it. Relax, chill. And so God has literally just been teaching me that, like learning how to respond. And I think that's just going to impact even just other relationships that, you know, that we have, like learning how to respond. I'm sure that it will be beneficial when you're in a marriage, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So that, I would say that for me, for sure.
And it's hard being a single mom, you know, because we have to wear many hats. You know, sometimes we have to pick up where things lack, you know, especially raising boys. We're women. For sure. So trying to show our sons, like, how we're going to have to one day show them how to be a man, or not, you know, we don't know how to be a man, but at least show them the best way that we can. So, and it's hard with boys, you know, so you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you that.
Thank you. You are too.
Y'all all are doing a great job.
Yes, for sure.
That's what's up.
It is. That's what's up. Y'all had some good answers. My dudes don't be having answers like that, man. I ain't
We
gonna
had
lie.
to coach him through it, like, and what happened?
And then the next step,
George, I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, we went over this.
we're getting there.
Hey, you coach your husband through it, like, we went over this. Say that.
Please.
They can hear her say something totally different, like, yeah, because you know the sky is gray when the sky is gray.
Like,
That's not what we talked about.
That's not what we talked about.
Come on.
No, for real. But I feel like this is the perfect time, because all y'all are dear to me. So I'm so grateful, and I'm so honored to be sitting here with y'all. I'm just now becoming a part of mommyhood. So this is something that Quentin wanted to. Happy Mother's Day,
That's so
Quentin.
precious. Thanks, y'all.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So let me tell y'all about these, y'all.
These are cute.
so
Oh no, those are hearts. I thought they were butterflies.
Listen, we was in Target arguing because I was like, should I get them all 3 different ones or should I get them the same? He's like, don't matter to me. So then I try to get y'all 3 ones. He said, you just said you was gonna get all the same ones. I'm like,
I love them.
I just want them to know they special. That's it.
We love you. We
Yes,
love you.
definitely.
No,
much,
listen,
y'all.
this is him as well. Like this is all him, you know. So I'm grateful that literally all jokes to the side that I'm able to sit here with y'all. I'm only 4 months in, and I'm just so appreciative and so grateful to be able to be in the community with y'all. Y'all are amazing. Like I've never, especially like literally like this being my close friend, somebody that I've been growing up with and seeing her through trials and tribulations, like. To see you, to see your growth, to see your strength is so beautiful. Like, and all the things that you endure, and then it's like not up. It's up until I'm getting emotional. It's not up. Listen.
They start crying.
Up until I had my child, I'm like, with motherhood, it's something that nobody will ever understand until you're able to join it yourself.
Yeah.
Whether you have somebody or you don't have somebody, struggles are different. But at the end of the day, you make it look so easy. And I know it's hard.
Can I get some tissue, please?
Listen, I know. Ooh, did I just rip my shirt? It's cool. But you do. You make it look so like easy. And I know it's super hard. And it's for you too, because you know, being a single parent, like y'all make it look like, I mean, literally, I make it look like it's just so easy. Like to the point where it's like, if I'm looking at y'all, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be straight. When like, you know, with me having my child, but then it's like you have your own child, you like, for real, how they look so good?
Yes.
Like, you know,
like
and
your
it,
son
and over
always
time,
looks so happy.
Yeah.
I
for
mean,
sure.
all the time.
Always.
He always just looks so happy.
Seriously. So I mean,
It's hard. It is so like it's so hard because it's like you know you get you. I don't want to say it in a bad way, but when you get pregnant, you think of, oh, I'm gonna have that help. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have that man in house to help me raise this child, and that it wasn't part of God's plan again. But you know, you don't realize like. It's hard. You know, we have to pick up the slack so much and it's tiring. I know there's a lot of days you probably, sorry. I know there's days where you like just feeling overwhelmed and you're just tired and you're like, but I can't make an excuse because there's been plenty of times I go to bed and I cry or I'm on the way to work and I'm just like, Lord, give me the strength. But it's like, you still wake up every day and do it. And when I look at single moms, I have a special place. I have a place for all moms, but single moms, I know that fight. I know that pain. I know how hard it is to get up every day and still show up no matter how you're feeling. And we're doing a great job. And our babies are going to thank us one day.
They sure are. There's this, I want to say like, there's this quote by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and it says, forgiveness is not an occasional act, it's a permanent attitude. And just, as we just talk about just motherhood and just being a single mother, like I think about Christ when I think about like forgiveness. And like you said, just wearing that, like waking up every single day, knowing that like you have to, it's kind of like, you don't know when is there an end. Like, no, everybody of course wants to have a child with a man and be a family and have a husband. But then when you're a single mom and you're like, okay, another day. And you wake up again. Okay, another day. And then it's like, where's the end? You know what I mean? Like, where is the like, okay, Lord, at some point, do I get a husband? When does that will I be a single mom for 10 years, 15 years? My kids are 30, but you don't know. And so it's that constant just waking up every day, like, we just gonna wake up again and try again until, and it's not saying that that's the ultimate goal, but it's like, okay, like as far as like help, it's like, when do you, there's no permanent answers. Like, when do you get the help? And thankfully I have a village of great people who literally God has blessed me with like supportive, like even now for me to even be here, like I have 2 amazing friends who are watching my kids while I'm away here. But it's just like, just knowing that like literally just keeping God at the forefront of just everything and knowing that like you said, like forgiveness, that it just reminds me of just Christ. Like literally.
You're always going to make a way.
Always going to
make a way out of no way.
Literally.
Absolutely.
Every time.
No, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, y'all got me over here like, bruh.
And you touched on a village. I like that because you need a village.
Everybody
needs a village.
I don't care where you
who you are. We all need a village.
You need a village, and your children need a village.
For sure.
Especially the way the world is today. We need that village. So I love how you touched on that village part.
Yeah.
What's up, Uncle Q?
That's what's up, man. I
That's
ain't gonna lie.
GG.
That's dope. You know, and I just second that, you know, because being a man, being a husband, a father now is hard, even for me. You know what I'm saying? But to know I got a little bit of support, because if it is a moment, like I said in a previous episode, to where y'all is crying, you know, I can give her to Yame and she might be and she can stop, you know what I'm saying? Or she can give her to me. So as a single mom, it's dope to see y'all strength and what y'all have become and how good y'all wear it though. Cause y'all wear y'all's crown heavy and y'all do an amazing job at it. Cause to have to do it every single day. And in your case, you got 2 sons, and like you say, y'all raising boys. So on top of that, I'm not raising a little girl to where I can kind of show her how to wipe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on a whole different ball side of the thing. So y'all doing a good job because y'all rocking it. Y'all rocking it.
And I would say this, like I said, it definitely had me, and I have respect for women. Like I said, it definitely was like a veil like lifted off my eyes. Just seeing, I saw women in a different light once I had Yara, and it was literally just because it's like I said, motherhood is like a place that exists. You see it, you like but you don't know nothing about it until you actually join it. And like I said, my first day back to work, I was like, where do I start? That was I never been a mom before.
Finding even a routine. You're like, okay, wait, do I get dressed first or get her dressed first?
Okay.
Or do I gotta pump
first?
I
gotta get up
or do
an
I get
hour
it when
early
I'm
or
done?
30 minutes?
Wait, then I
Like,
gotta eat too. Well, how do I do this? Okay, we gotta figure something out.
My first day, I was
Seriously.
overwhelmed, but I literally kept saying, I have so much respect for women. I said, it's women out here doing this every day, bro. This is insane. I ain't even that type of person. I could do this probably like 3 days out the week. I mean, I gotta do this every day. I mean, it just really opened my eyes up to something different. And it really made me just like look at women who have children and just women in general, but women like so different. I can't even explain it. It's like, bro, we literally
rearrange your whole life.
Like,
your whole life literally changes.
In a blink
in
of
24
an eye.
hours after
Literally.
you push that baby out. And really for women, it's as soon as you pee on that stick. It's a switch that goes off. I don't know what it is, but it's literally an instant.
Sorry. As soon as you pee on that stick, as soon as you see those lines, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
After you already 10 months pregnant, as soon as you pee on that stick, you like, she about to be born.
Yeah.
That's how
it go fast.
That's how I'm happy he hearing though from y'all as well, because he be acting like
they
I'm
be
just
swearing
crazy.
you so dramatic. Like, no, I'm really like, this is for real.
And I was laughing too, because like he sit here watching us all cry. He probably like, man, they was on there crying and da, 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 da. But this is just like us. This is the beauty in us. Like, you know
It's
what I'm
the
saying?
beauty in women.
It's the beauty in women. We know how to express ourselves, you know, when need to be.
Shots fired. But we gonna go ahead and I got, the trivia game for y'all,
Am I in this or I'm out of this?
You out of it. You don't get the fun today.
I do. I want to have fun too. No,
okay. Trivia. What's this?
It ain't. It's just like rapid fire.
Okay.
This or that, so it's one of the two. So,
Okay.
who haven't we started with yet? We started with Drea, right?
We started with you before, then we started with you second, then we started with you third. So that's why you should include me the first one.
No, so we're gonna start.
Okay.
We'll just start with Drea, and then we'll just go down the line. All right.
Okay.
So, timer.
So it's Dre, then it's me.
No, we gonna go with Shannon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shannon, and okay.
I'm trying to look at the
I
question.
think my bucket.
I wasn't even paying attention.
I think my butt. Hey, y'all. I think my bucket big. I couldn't have my
So
phone.
since this, we'll do what? 45 seconds.
Yeah, or 50 because it's 3 of
50?
them. We ain't do
Wait,
that for the
50
boys.
seconds a piece or 50
no,
seconds for the
altogether.
question?
All together.
Okay.
The objective is for us.
Because I'm like, that's a lot of time to think.
Right.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
3, 2. Who we starting with?
Drea.
Okay, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2.
Come on.
Come on. 3, 2, 1, go.
Usher, Chris Brown.
Ooh, Crusher.
Yeah.
Crusher.
Favorite holiday.
Christmas.
Best movie.
Love basketball.
Oh!
Favorite thing to cook.
Chicken.
Love and basketball. Poetic justice.
Poetic justice, for sure.
Boys and Men New Edition.
Boys and Men.
Dream Vacation.
Bali.
Glorilla Sexy Red.
Ooh.
Come on.
Sassy.
Because y'all know Sexy is my cousin. We both from St. Louis.
Okay.
Y'all know she be throwing up the bees every time I get out.
Here Bond goes.
Oh, I'm going to go with Sexy this time.
All right. Dream Date.
Dream date?
Well,
So that's a wrap. It's time to go. I don't know. A picnic.
can tell
Oh,
clearly.
man.
Like we done told the whole world. Like clearly that y'all see my dating life. But yeah.
A pic.
I got one more for everybody. You can answer this one too. All right, celebrity crush.
I'm not answering that.
Who you on?
This is where the
Dang.
art trying to get
Well,
at
you want me to?
that.
Yeah, because you know
time.
they're watching. Now or then? I'll say,
What?
I'll say Omarion. Omarion was forever
wait.
my celebrity crush.
That's what's
Omarion?
up. I mean,
No, I ain't answer that.
that's what's up. I mean, not that what's up.
My husband, though, it's always gonna be Chris Brown.
Okay.
His birthday tomorrow.
Is
Cinco
it?
de Mayo. Happy
She said, my
birthday,
husband know what's
CB.
up.
See now you tripping.
Now you got a problem when you
Hey,
get
man,
home.
man,
She said,
see,
my
now she-
husband know what's up.
He did. He know I love me some Chris Brown. Always have.
You going to the concert?
No, I don't know yet. I'm still thinking because I got a couple concerts. I'm going to a concert tonight.
Oh yeah, who here?
I
Oh,
know.
we talk about this later. Go
Oh
ahead,
yeah.
Go ahead.
You,
I fade the flip.
He said,
I can't even say I fade for flip.
I mean, you've answered it before.
Okay, since you
already know
asking,
who it is.
No, it's not him no more.
Oh, it's not him?
Well, you, it's my, it's
Right.
like.
Who's
Sorry.
the man?
We can do this off camera.
Okay, since you want to know, stop asking. So that was, it's Nas.
Ooh.
You know,
I know
you
because Nas aging like wine.
You
Like
know,
Method Man.
I was gonna say him and
Method
Method
Man.
Man.
We.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when he
now
be playing
y'all-
at Power.
Now y'all clowning.
All right, can I get two?
Go ahead, you get two.
I get two. All right. Meek Mill.
Not with the puff stuff. Not with the Diddy stuff.
Oh, with the Diddy.
Oh,
Okay,
the
hear
Diddy.
that? Outside of the Diddy. Outside of the Diddy stuff.
y'all, we gonna take
And
this
then
part out.
This one, don't judge me on this person. He just has a great personality.
Okay, so you tell us already he's ugly.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Tootsie. I
Oh,
love
okay.
Tootsie.
Okay.
Tootsie.
Okay.
Love Tootsie. He's a romance.
Okay.
Like, he's
I
just
like
like,
Tootsie.
I love Tootsie.
I'm
I
on the
think I know
stage
who
right
that
now.
is.
Tell you.
Singing
her favorite
song.
song.
Yeah, you
I
like
don't know
that
what he
song?
look like.
I do.
But can you? Okay, can we sub Meek Mill out for somebody else?
Yeah.
Chris Brown then.
Okay.
Nobody else beat like Chris
You don't
Brown.
want to smoke with Chris Brown. I mean, yes, it's Chris Brown. You
Nah,
get
Yes,
it,
because you said you was gonna jump in for
I had to think about it. Because we've been seeing a lot of Chris Brown lately.
Yes.
You know,
Sure have. I just watched a podcast with him in it the other day.
Okay, happy birthday, CB.
Don't get them tickets revoked.
Oh, got revoked.
I mean, he keep asking, like, you know, it's Nas, though. Like, you know that, though, right?
Yeah, I do. What about Glorilla though? I like Big Glow.
I love
Glow.
Glow. That's my
But you-
girl.
it's
my girl.
Hometown, sexy.
Yeah.
Okay,
But you
okay.
want booty cheeks. Booty cheeks.
I was about to say something. I said okay. And you know, George been singing that a lot lately. So
Okay.
What,
big sexy. But how about
He been singing
that's a
it.
booty?
He been walking around the. Nah, come on, man.
I mean, you know, life's a little different now.
The ladies do be having some catchy
That's an
songs.
insider. I for sure catch it. What's up, though? What you got for us, Q? Don't try to
What?
drink that water again. We own you.
up?
Shots fired.
What's up?
Cause I was, you know, I'm doing my thing. Yeah.
Okay, I got something for y'all.
What's up?
So growing up is easy to be influenced or molded into teachings of others. Who is someone that helped evolve you as a woman, as the woman you are today?
That's dope.
Ooh.
Outside of God, we know God is.
Yeah, I was gonna say outside.
Cause I know God gonna be for all of y'all.
I would say my mom. I'm not
Happy Mother's Day to your mom.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I would say my mom.
And what about your mom? Though?
Everything. She's the reason I'm not supposed to be here right now
Oh, on Earth?
on Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
think I watched.
Yeah, like my mom, she was faced with a difficult decision when she found out she was pregnant with me at 24 years old. She found out she had breast cancer too, and they gave her two options: to try to go along with her delivery, or they were trying to push her more towards terminating the pregnancy because you know when you got cancer, you can't go chemo, you can't do none of that. And she said, no matter what, you save my daughter. Like I'm gonna have her, even if that takes my life. So I always give all glory to my mom.
That's wow.
I
That's
can't
beautiful.
top that, man.
My
That's
mom.
beautiful.
I mean, and this remind me of something that the doctor said. I remember asking the doctor, like, cause I, you know, I have like a whole blood disorder or whatever, and I was thinking about if I had to take steroids with being pregnant, and I was like, will this affect Yara? And they was like, these babies could withstand anything. So it goes to show that when God placed His seed inside of you,
What's meant is meant.
What's meant is meant. So you was meant to be here. So glory be to God that your mom's still here to this day. That she beat cancer.
She be 31 years cancer free in
Okay.
October.
That's beautiful.
So
And then you're here. It's
and
beautiful
I'm
as
here,
ever.
and that's my best friend. Like I go to my mom about everything. I be like, Mom, I be talking to her like a friend now. You know, somebody
So it's like, I am your little friend now.
Like, Mom, why you did it? Yeah.
So you what we call a miracle baby.
Yep. She calls me here Angel Baby.
Not yet.
Aw,
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
that is pretty.
Shan.
I have a few. I come from a family of all women, and they are some of the strongest women I've ever met. I mean, both of my great grandmothers, my grandma, y'all got to meet her. She was probably one of the strongest people I've ever met in my life. For her to battle with cancer as long as she did. My mom has a testimony of her own, and for her story to end up the way that it has, it's just beautiful for her children to end up the way that we have, because we were counted out for sure. And just my mom was the epitome of being resilient, being determined, and having to do what you got to do for your kids. And so I take my hat off to her. I know I be getting on her nerves a lot. But no, that I love my mom. I mean, even at almost 30 years old, she still buys me stuff. She still want to go shopping. She still want to go to lunch. And so just having that relationship with her is very important. And like just all my aunts and my dad. My dad was a very, I mean, I get my hustle, my drive from my mom, but from my dad too. I think every girl needs her dad, and I'm glad that I had mine for as long as I did. So my parents for sure, and my grandma. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Your
grandma's love.
grandma passed away after,
Right after the
So
wedding.
she made it. So she made it to make
Y'all,
sure.
that was her, like that whole year, all of 2021. That was, she said, as long as I get to go to the wedding, after that, I don't care what happened. And then you get off the plane, and then what happens.
Wow.
Yeah, so just that she was that strong to hold on to make it
Yeah,
all
that's
the way
beautiful.
to Jamaica
Made me
and
chill.
back.
And back.
That's
Like
a blessing.
even when we were in Jamaica, like me and Jasmine, we was scared because like sometimes we would walk past her. She at the pool. I'm talking about y'all knocked out. And as a nurse, I've seen death so many times, and like it's like, is she still breathing over there? But she made it. She
So-
made
That's a
it.
Of course she was still breathing. She's like, I ain't missed it.
No, she wasn't. And for Jamaica to be the last place that she's seen that was so beautiful, she had never been out the country before. And so I'm just glad that she got to experience that and that she was there.
That's super dope. And there's nothing like a grandma's love.
And I do mean
Sure.
nothing. I was the favorite.
That's how we feel about my grandma.
I know
Like,
Jasmine will be a little mad, but we all know what's up.
I would say for me, I would say my cousin Tracy. Yaya knows my cousin Tracy. She's just been a pivotal person in my life, and she's just taught me just so much, and just taught me just about how to be a woman, and introducing me to like Christ and who He is, and just helping me grow in God and different things like that. So definitely my cousin Tracy, like love her so much for sure.
Yeah.
It's just so it's just very nice to, because we need villages too. Adults need villages just as much as we need one for our kids, and being able to have, y'all know I'm not a friendly person, so you know I got my close few people, but like even meeting you, y'all, was just different. Just from day one, like I've just always loved you. You were always so welcoming and so warm and not standoffish, because you know I don't.
Thank you,
But you
Shan.
just have always been a beautiful person since day one, literally.
Thank you, Shan.
Literally since day one. I ain't never felt like I had to question anything
Think of that's what's
when
up.
it comes to
Yeah.
you.
That's what's up.
Had a
Shan.
beautiful spirit.
Don't,
Yeah,
look, don't,
for
don't
sure.
come over here with all that. Let me start crying like, thank you. No, I appreciate that. I thank y'all for real.
And with some that's touching. Again, you know, it's just amazing to sit here with y'all, and then for y'all to give credits to other women, and then your father as well. I got to give y'all credit. You know, women, y'all rock it. You know, I thought we did something as men, but you
I
know,
mean, all right.
but nah, y'all do y'all's thing, and it's amazing. Again, I probably said this just to be up here with y'all and to hear these stories. Cause I hadn't, you know, I didn't know, you know, even making my questions. It's like a lot of the times I have a little bit of background on the people I'm doing it on. And if y'all was kind of like, man, I really don't know where to go with it, but just to hear y'all stories in this time, it's really been touching for sure. I'm moved.
I ain't gonna
Well,
lie
look at
though.
that.
I was about to say, you know, like it's always good, even with interviews, to be just super organic. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you want to have a backstory on people, but it's like whatever God wants to get out, you want it to be said. You know, even if it's just us all smiling, like you just never know what this might do for somebody that's watching, or they could relate. Because it's like so many women are out here and they trying to figure out if they having the same experiences or trying to figure out what's going on. And you just
Yeah.
like, I'm here to say we all experiencing a lot of similarities.
Yes.
Matter of fact, we got a lot of similarities, but then we also have different experiences. You know, just our different journeys, but we all, you know, making it. We all are figuring it out, and like God is still good for all of us. You know, even in the midst of the trials and tribulations. You get what I'm saying? So I that's dope for me. But you, Aaliyah. Look, no, it ain't nothing like that. I just kind of, cause I know for you, when we were talking about just like your faith being tested in, you know, situations with, you know, like having your children and different things like that. Like, what is one of the biggest things that you learned so far with that? Like your test, like your testing. I'm trying to ask it, but without asking it in the sense of like, that's what I'm pretty much, what has been like one of the biggest lessons in your testings of like having your two children?
Obey. Obey God.
That's all I wanted, you know?
Obey. Man, God he just knows us so well and just knows us better than we even know ourselves. And although situations could have been prevented with how it happened with both of my, you know, having both of my children or whatever, but I'm grateful that I have them. But just obey God and trust him with everything, and know that like he truly loves you. Like he loves you. He knows what's best for you. He would never tell you anything wrong. His plans are always going to be way better than your plans. Like everything that I've always thought that was the best got topped, and I'm like, I would have never thought that.
Yes.
I would have never thought that.
Yes.
So obey Lord.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I just had to ask that. I don't know. I felt that on my spirit, which I don't even know. Holy Spirit be fooling. Because that was just on my spirit, and that just came out of nowhere. So that's
It was a good question though.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, it wasn't for me.
Listen.
Because you see me, I was over here like, Holy Spirit, I'm trying to figure out the calculations of the Emancipation of Proclamation. Of the Declaration.
He said,
No. Yeah, though. So that's what's up. You got anything else, Coach Q? Uncle Q, Coach Q.
You know, I got them. You know,
Dad
I made
Q,
my little card. You know,
Let's ask
I
you.
just can't even believe. Like I'm just still like amazed. Like you're really a dad.
Right, like y'all are
literally seeing you
parents.
out there like
girl
dribbling
dad.
a ball
A girl
to
dad.
like he's a full blown dad.
I'm a father now.
Just think about when we
man.
first met.
Man,
Listen, this was a wild boy, y'all.
wow, thanks.
You know,
You ain't gonna do
just-
that. You
No,
ain't
I'm
gonna do
just
that.
saying, like,
Yeah.
no, I'm serious though. You know, you got something for us? Because I mean,
Yeah, I got something for y'all. Growing up in a society in which there can be so many different influences on kids, what are your biggest concerns as a mother?
Ooh.
Oof, that's a deep one.
I ain't gonna lie.
So,
I'll
like,
just go
what?
first. Oh,
You wanna go
ahead.
first?
No, I was just. This the first.
No,
go
we
ahead,
want
Leah.
you.
It ain't me.
She
It
done
ain't
had
me.
her turn.
It ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me.
I feel like my biggest fear would be my children allowing the world to dictate who they are.
Yeah.
Instead of allowing like Christ to dictate who they are. Like you're not like winning prom king is not your identity. Playing AAU, being the best player is not your identity. Like, so I think that's my biggest fear. It's like, especially like in this social media stage that we got right now, literally. And as you both know, like all three of us I'm an educator. I work with middle school students. And so just seeing how like our middle schoolers, like literally like 5th through 8th grade, their phones. It's like social media. Everything is on social media. Everything they see is on social media. They want to see and be everything on social media. It's like almost like everything that's on social media is like real. Like that's
glorifying
that's it. They really think that
That's
like
their real world.
That's their real reality. And I think that's like one of my fears is like I pray that my sons don't allow like society to dictate who they are and like following trends and like, oh, it's cool to do this, so do that. Oh, it's cool to treat women like this, so do that, or do like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. I can definitely agree to that. And just letting my daughter know it's okay to be you. You is that girl with and without all the extra. You are God's chosen one. You God's favorite. And even for baby George, like you are a king. Period. I don't care what life look like here, there, anywhere. At the end of the day, you're a king. It's okay to stand up for yourself. It's okay to say, you know, I don't like how this feel. I don't like how this sound. Just because everybody is doing it doesn't mean you have to. Everything ain't meant for everybody, and your journey is one that you're gonna have to take alone, regardless of if you hanging out with them today and not tomorrow. Your journey is your journey. And for the both of them, I just think that that's so important. Just be you. Be your authentic self. Love God more than anything in this world. And that social media, boy, I tell you. When did TikTok ban happen?
I don't.
When?
Don't take TikTok. I mean, TikTok it. Go to you, because I was coming back to that.
I'm sitting here. They just said everything I wanted to say.
So you second,
like just be you, you know, and teaching him to be a leader. Like, don't follow what the world is doing. Don't follow what you think is cool. Be yourself and trust God in always, like knowing who you are.
I think that's like, because I even think about that, like growing up, I want y'all to know, like, you don't gotta be like nobody else. Have your own mind. And I love like when I encounter young ladies, like young girls that are strong in who they is. I love it. Like it's just something about it. Because I always tell kids at school, you don't have to try to fit in. People that they gonna rock with you, they gonna rock with you regardless. Like you don't have to perk. Be who you are. And people, if you gonna attract more people and the right people by being who you are. You gonna attract the wrong people by faking it. Because now I'm trying to act like somebody I'm not. So
and
now
you in some stuff you don't know nothing about. Writing checks you cannot cash. Getting into situations you can lose your life like that.
That part.
Like there are so many just different things that can happen to you when you are making your life a facade. Like just be you, be real. Don't try and keep up with nobody. Because I bet you they not even keeping up.
100%. It's like you said, that social media world is like you said they think they in the real world.
You can become whoever you want on social media. That's why it's scary. Like even the whole, if y'all think about it, the idea of the show Catfishing or Catfish, that is crazy that you can go on the internet, be whoever you want to be, play with people's lives and emotions and stuff like that. Like that is insane.
I seen some crazy stuff on that show.
I just seen one of them said she was.
Girl thought she was dating Chris Brown or something.
She thought she was dating Bow Wow.
Was it Bow Wow?
Yes.
And I said,
ain't no way you thought that.
You thought that. He said he won't ever pick up the phone. He won't ever FaceTime. He won't ever meet me. And you really think that about him?
But let me tell you, in her defense, it ain't really a defense, but in her defense, he was sending her big time money. Remember?
Yeah, okay.
He was.
We ain't talking about catfish.
Okay. This is what we.
So I'm sorry, because all of y'all, all y'all's answers was great. All right, so but we'll start with you, Drea, because we talked about the teaching. So how are you instilling or how are you teaching these qualities that you would want to see in your son?
That's a good question. I just keep talking to him. I'm pouring into him. I'm praying over him, keeping him covered.
Yeah.
I'm speaking life into him. We do affirmations. I tell my son, I say, Yuri, say I'm a king. I'm a king. Say you're blessed. I'm blessed. Say I'm great. You're great. I am instilling that because I don't want the world to get in and put something else in his mind. It starts at home. And you teach those values, that's going to last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you hearing that now, you hearing that at a young age. As you grow up, you believe that because you know whatever you hear, you believe about yourself. So you telling him you a king, you doing all these affirmations for him. He gonna believe that, so he gonna act on that. His confidence gonna exude that. But
that was good.
Literally, but then if you don't, we had kids out here like, my mom ain't never tell me she love you. My mom ain't never tell me I wasn't. So as much as we hearing the negative, is the positive too is when you speak life into your kids and you keep them covered.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what's up. Shan.
Yeah, I mean, I have to second that. That was an amazing answer. And I think just showing them that, like, I'm living like that. Like, I'm telling myself that stuff daily.
Watch your
Ooh,
Being an
that's
example.
good.
That's a good one.
You
That's a
know,
good one.
I'm showing y'all, I'm telling that to my husband. Y'all see y'all's dad telling me that. Like, I think that that's so important because I guarantee you there are so many girls that grow up and don't hear those things, and then they get out in the world and the first little boy starting to say these things.
That's a good one.
Won't be my daughter. Like, oh baby, I've been there, done that. I've been here, I've been there. My parents already did that for me. My dad already did that for me. Like, and I think that, like I said, my dad played a big role into how I carry myself. Like, of course, my mom showed me how to be a lady, but my dad showed me how I should be treated.
Period.
And that's just
That
That's
what
what's
it
up.
is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Showed y'all to be treated.
I feel like for me, it's just always providing my sons with the right environments. I think that, like you said, that starts at home. Like just making sure I try my best to make sure I'm putting them in good schools, putting them around good, positive people, and you know, just making sure they're around the right people. And I think that that also helps instill the right values and promotes. Ultimately, them making better decisions because of the environment. The first thing people say is like, why did you go to the streets? Well, you know, everything around me, everybody else was in the streets. It's the environment. And so just making sure that, like, of course, nothing's going to be perfect, but I'm definitely making sure that, like, my kids are in the right environments for sure, hands down.
Yeah, that's dope.
100%.
I was gonna say, this just kind of came to me. If you can give yourself a affirmation or something like a motivational quote or something motivational to yourself with being a mom, like a love note to yourself, but like just a short little something. What would that be to yourself? What would you say to yourself?
I'm worthy.
I'm with you, baby.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm worthy.
Because, you know, sometimes you feel like you're not worthy of certain things. So that's it.
Yeah. Ooh. That was a good one. I'm trying to think. What's the question again?
So like something. I'm asking you to speak life into yourself. Give yourself a positive affirmation or something motivational or something that you would like take yourself out of yourself and give yourself some positivity or some advice, something. What would you want to say to yourself?
You're doing the right thing. You're following up and you're advocating for your children, your child, and just continue to do that. A lot of people don't know Gianna has a speech disorder. She has mixed expressive receptive disorder.
My son has that.
And for a long time, I didn't think my baby was going to talk or even understand the world. And, you know, putting her in speech therapy, you never want to hear somebody tell you that there's something wrong with your child. And it's like she's making all these other milestones. You know, she's doing this, she's doing that. And I remember, and I keep this in the back of my mind all the time when I start to feel some kind of way about it. I remember when we got her christened, the prophet came and she told us, she said, when she start talking, don't stop her words. Gianna was maybe 3 or 4 months when we got her christened. So from that point up until now at 4 years old, my daughter can read a book front to back.
Praise God.
That is amazing.
She knows her name, she knows her mom's name, she knows her dad's name. And so just you doing the right thing.
Yeah, I remember I was chilling with Man one day and Gianna was downstairs with us and we was looking at the guide of what and she read something on the guide. I said, bro, did she just read that?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, bro.
We didn't know she could read. Y'all know how I found out she could read? I was sitting, I got a text message and she read my message.
Real?
What?
So I don't know how she learned how to read, who taught her how to read, but she can read. And she's just so smart, and just watching her become her own person. Like God is just real. God is real. And just that you doing the right thing and she's going to be okay. Yeah.
That's it. I heard both of y'all have speech and you talked about advocating because I can relate because Jace has, like, he has speech therapy. He graduated from it. So he can be delivered from it or she could be delivered, you know, and do all great things. But also when you said advocate, I'll never forget the day where I was picking up my son from daycare at 3 years old. And this goes back to the environment, right? I'll never forget, they called me into a room, threw pamphlets out. I mean, your son, we think he's autistic. He has selective mutism. There's all these special needs schools that you can put JC in.
We're not doing that.
And I'm like, at that time, when I got in the car, I called my mom and my grandma. I cried my eyes out. I'm like, okay, I don't see these signs at home. So what are y'all seeing at daycare?
Right.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna do the right steps. Like, I'm going to get him tested. I'm going to advocate for my son because I don't see what y'all are seeing.
Yeah.
End up taking him out of that daycare. Got him tested with the children's, went everywhere. Speech therapy. It was just a speech delay.
Yeah.
And it was the teacher and the environment he was in. Because when I took him from that school,
He thrived in another.
He's thriving now. He's excelling. And that also told me, don't never stop advocating for your children because the world will try to label them before you do.
And don't let nobody just tell you something about your kid. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Gianna's first pre-K school.
They came and tested him without my permission. So that was a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Because now I'm mad.
So
right, for sure.
So at this point, y'all trying to just diagnose.
Because now you're trying to
kids.
diagnose them
label
without
black
me even
boys.
knowing. That's unacceptable.
Change the environment.
Yeah.
It was all the
Unacceptable.
environment. Yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah, no, I definitely can relate to like literally both of which I said. Like my son has mixed receptive expressive language disorder, and so they said like, oh, it's just for him being 28 weeks. He'll never like catch up. He'll need speech, and my son literally had every therapy you can think of, even like physical therapy, because it took him longer. Like, oh, he's not walking, so we need to help him learn how to walk. So just all those different things. So it's so important to advocate for your children. But I would say my word would be never perform, just be. Never perform, just be. And I'm just learning that in this season of my life where I'm learning to just be me. I'm learning to just love me. And I was just even talking to you about it the other day where it's like there's no one else like me. That's like the beauty and like how God created us. Like I'm literally resting in the fact that like I'm amazing, like and not in like in a cocky way, but just being so like secure in like me and like Aaliyah. You don't have to be anybody else. You don't have to look like anybody else. Your journey doesn't have to look like anybody else. And so never perform, just be.
Absolutely, that's beautiful.
That is.
That's beautiful.
We could go all day. We about to wrap it up. I don't want to.
Yeah, y'all do. That's amazing. What I want to say for y'all, as black moms and myself as an educator, is touching to see that y'all are such advocates for y'all's kids. Because as a teacher that's in SPED now in specific, so I deal with a lot of IEPs and students with different disorders or whatever they may have been labeled. I don't, at this point in my time in high school, I haven't really met many moms, unfortunately, that's like really pushing and advocate. I have IEP meetings and no one even shows.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
That's
it's like continue being what y'all are for y'all, for your son, for your daughter, for baby George, and for your sons, because it's needed. It's to hear that you said they tested even before even getting your permission.
Yeah,
like
that would have had me hot.
Well, I was on fire.
Yeah, but it's important for you to have did what you did and put them in their place. Like, nah, I'm not one of them. I'm not a parent that's not going to just show. You're going to be able to tell me my son has this and I'm just going to run with it and then let y'all do this. No, I'm going to figure it out on my own. So that's dope to see that, you taking them, or that y'all have taken them steps and that y'all are being advocates for y'all children.
Yeah. Because it definitely is a lot to have to go to these appointments. And, I don't know, man. He gonna have to be the one with anything, cause I'm like, I hear something, I'm like, I don't play like that.
Even today with Gianna's shots, George has to take her. It breaks my heart every single time. He'd be like, "Why are you crying?" Cause like I'm letting them cause her pain. I can't do it.
I mean, for real, cause at that point I got so cute. I'm like, Yara, she had like a little drool rash. I was like, bruh. It's the bibs. Like, why is this happening? He's like, calm down. I'm like, no, look. I'm trying to wash her. I'm like, no, bro. She gotta, like, I'm tripping. So just, he would have to be the one to do that. So I'm just saying that to say, y'all are strong. Because I'll be in there talking to them like, for real? She got what? Like, and really be believing it. Q be like, stop saying that. Like, don't believe that. So for y'all to be like that, that's super strong. That's super what's up. I'm so sorry that we got to end this episode, because this is amazing. We didn't even get into the thick of what we could have, but everything that was said on this platform and this podcast was supposed to be said. So I'm grateful for y'all for y'all being like vulnerable, being open, being willing to talk. Showing up looking all beautiful with the vibes, because at the end of the day, like, he couldn't even take it for real. Like, we gonna compare this with the boys.
It's definitely getting better.
It's definitely
just even off our responses, we just had a little more unflitted.
To the point where he couldn't even understand what was going on. He was over here like, whoa.
Throwing back, like.
like,
I do want to, end on this. Is y'all's one of y'all's first responses of whatever question it was on how y'all felt like y'all failed as moms, like because of the delivery. You said, I know in specific you used the word failed, and then I think y'all used discouraged and defeated. I just want y'all to reflect as after that point in the episode to now on how y'all spoke on so many joyous moments as moms to see how y'all have done amazing jobs. It's crazy because y'all went from being no mom one day just carrying a baby, like you say, the moment you peed on a stick, to being a mom, and knowing, y'all had the support, but it's like y'all had to do it, and y'all have done amazing jobs at it. So forget about the moments to where y'all felt discouraged and what was the other D word? Defeated and failed. And worse, should never even be in y'all's mind because, y'all surpassed what it means to be a mom, a black mom at that.
Yeah.
As a son myself of a strong black mom, if I was y'all's son, that was but y'all would be some pretty cool moms. I say that. I say that.
If I was y'all son.
But I was going to say that, but now y'all be some cool moms, for sure.
And I just want to say thank you to your mama. She didn't raise a good young man. You are such a great young man. I'm so grateful to have you as a husband. So happy Mother's Day to your mom. You know
I love her too. That's
so
my
sweet.
girl.
She be tripping.
She's the party.
He started blushing. Q in love with his mom. That's cool.
I'm gonna call you later on.
Listen, me and his mom, she'd be like, I'm on the phone with my boo. I'd be like, don't do that. I will pull up on you.
Crack it
So when I see her, I'll be
her.
like, I'm like, come here, baby. He be like, I told y'all I don't want y'all fighting now.
Aaliyah, that's gonna be us one day.
Literally.
Seriously. So, like I said, I'm just grateful. I appreciate y'all for coming. I appreciate just like all the transparency, the vulnerability, all the honesty, just everything that we just did. It's just so beautiful. I'm so grateful that God was here with us. I'm so grateful that God led the conversation. I'm so grateful that this will bless so many women. So once again, from the Hendersons,
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you first.
I keep forgetting I'm one.
Yes.
I keep forgetting I'm a mom out here. I'm only 4 months in.
Listen, that first year gonna fly by.
Man.
It's already
And then
flying.
after that, it's like, oh, we already at 6. I kept you alive that long.
Well, I kept you for 6 years.
For real.
But no, I'm grateful. Like I said, being around y'all, hearing y'all conversation, hearing y'all testimonies, it is for sure make me blessed and happy to be a part of such a great community. And I'm so grateful to be just a superhero and a superwoman. Right along with y'all. So yeah. This is the part of the episode where we gotta say bye-bye, y'all. So make sure that y'all comment. See you later. Join my YouTube channel. So I'm playing. Make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure for sure y'all share it to other women. And I'm praying that this is a good listen, a good episode for y'all to listen and just chill, vibe with y'all family. Laugh. Crack a few jokes, whatever. But take this time to tell y'all moms that y'all love them or the important women or woman in your life. How much you appreciate them. And happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful women out there, all you superheroes, superwomen. Yes. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. So yeah, make sure you like.
I'm sorry. I also want to give a shout out to moms who have had miscarriages.
Yes.
Before, because that's a real thing. So to the moms who have had miscarriages that want to still have a baby.
Period.
What's in God's will is God's way. So keep on trying. And
don't get discouraged. Don't give up.
Don't get defeated. And shout out to you. Happy Mother's Day to you as well.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
We're just gonna end it on that.
Bye.
See ya.